In terms of the city and Allianz's position, crossing two big financial centres, Frankfurt and the very big one, which is London. We know that, let's be honest about it, Frankfurt and Paris have both at various times over the last 20 years, or in fact 30 years in my career, have tried very aggressively to seize the mantle as the key financial centre away from London. They have failed to do so. Do you fear, or do you believe, and in fact obviously because you straddle both camps as well, so perhaps don't fear, but do you believe it is possible that actually London as a financial centre will suffer and that Frankfurt and possibly Paris will benefit?
My biggest concern is that the whole of Europe will suffer, actually, and that as a financial location, the blend of what happens between London, Paris, Frankfurt, and some of the other smaller cities is actually very strong. I mean, if I think about, we get huge benefit from being in multiple locations in Europe, huge benefit. Europe will suffer. So I think if you look at what the concessions are that the Prime Minister managed to negotiate for being non-Eurozone, and the fundamental concession he got, which is a real win, which is a stop and a break on ever closer union. The UK now is in a sweet spot, which is we've got the single market, we've got the trade opportunity, we've got inward investment, but we don't have as much of the red tape that everybody talks about.
In terms of what Allianz is doing though, can you just give us a little bit of a, you have got a plan B for Brexit, yeah?
Well, I hate to say that we don't need a plan B because we're a global company and we're structured globally. So we're in 20 locations around the world.
But would you think you would lessen activity based in London if there were a Brexit?
I think that at the moment we have the freedom to hire talent and to invest without any worries about whether we're part of a single market or not. And therefore we've actually built up teams here in London where we found expertise. If we found that there were trade problems, and we actually had to physically move people, we would have to do that. But it would be with a very heavy heart.
Is there a perception issue of selling European services from the UK if the UK is not part of Europe? And you look at it from this perspective that Switzerland and Norway are not part of the group, but they are really part of the group because they're on the same body of land. Is it a difficult message to sell? And from a business perspective, when you are selling European services, does the message jar a little bit if there is Brexit, or not at all?
Well, I think the first thing to say is that Switzerland and Norway do sell into Europe, but they sell subject to conditions. And they also sell subject to making contributions. So this idea that you lose all the red tape and you can still get access to the single market is just simply wrong. So, and if you look at how much we actually contribute on a net basis as the UK, it's probably just slightly, it would be slightly less, but about the same, because that's what Norway pays. So I think in reality, the UK has an incredible brand and reputation for quality, for innovation and for professional services in digital. That's a really strong brand. It's got nothing to do with being part of the European Union per se, but if we're not part of the single market, we will have major significant issues in exporting our goods.